Hey there, and welcome. We're about to dive into something really important, the invisible forces that might be quietly stealing your joy. It's time to peel back the layers and really understand what's shaping your life and your happiness. You know that feeling, right? That sense that no matter what you do, it's like you're swimming against some invisible current. Or maybe you just feel like your energy, your happiness is leaking away and you can't figure out why. Well, you are definitely not alone, and believe it or not, there's a real explanation for it. And that explanation comes down to what we can call hidden forces. These are these powerful and a lot of times totally unnoticed influences that have been molding you since day one. I mean, they've shaped your beliefs about the world, they've programmed your automatic reactions to things, and they've even drawn the boundaries for what you believe is possible in your own life. Now, we can break these down into 5 main areas. First, your parents. They're the foundation of everything. Then there's your environment, the physical world you grew up in. Next is your nation with all its unique culture and history. Then you have your associations. That's a big one. The people you surround yourself with. And finally, the media you take in every single day. All 5 of these, together, have made you who you are today. But here's the thing, and this is so crucial. You can't go back and pick different parents, right? You can't change the country you were born in. But there is one force on that list you have massive control over, starting right now. And that's your associations, the people you choose to spend your time with. This is where you can make the biggest, fastest change in your life. I mean, think about this quote for a second. It really puts it all into perspective. Your energy is precious, it's finite. It's the fuel you need for your goals, for your dreams, for your mission in life. You literally cannot afford to just give it away to people who suck it dry. It's a really stark choice when you think about it, but it's a necessary one. And we all know these people. We call them energy vampires, the ones who leave you feeling completely exhausted after just a short conversation. And then there are the dream stealers, the ones who, maybe subtly or maybe not so subtly, kind of laugh at your ambitions and just poison your sense of what you can achieve. Just knowing who they are is the first huge step. So let's just put it side by side. On one hand, you've got the encouragers. These are the people who see your potential, who get your values, who actually help you grow. Being around them feels like plugging your phone into a charger. But then on the other side, you've got the discouragers. They cast doubt, they drain your battery, and they keep you stuck right where you are. It's really worth taking a minute and thinking, who in my life fits into each of these columns? Okay, so you've identified them, now what? This is the tricky part because you can't just cut everyone out of your life, right? Especially if we're talking about family or friends you've had forever. So how do you actually handle this? Well, there's a framework that can bring a ton of clarity. Try thinking about your relationships in one of 3 ways. Some people come into your life for a reason. Their purpose is to teach you a lesson you need to learn. And once that lesson is learned, well, the relationship might have served its purpose. Other people are there for a season, to walk with you through a specific chapter of your life. And then there are the very rare, very precious few who are there for a lifetime. Knowing this makes it so much easier to let go without feeling guilty. Look, protecting your energy isn't just a nice idea. It's essential for your mission. And sometimes the kindest, most loving thing you can do for yourself, and honestly for them too, is to create some distance. You can absolutely still love them, wish them well, just from afar. This is not selfish. It is necessary if you want to stay focused on what you're here to do. So why does all of this matter so much? Because these external forces, especially the negative people in our lives, they do more than just drain our energy for the day. Over time, they actually start to chip away at our sense of self. They make you forget who you were before the world started telling you who you should be. And this really brings us to a core idea. There are 2 selves living inside of you. There's your heroic self. That's your true nature. It's the brave, authentic, resilient you that thinks for itself. It's that gut feeling, that intuition. But then there's the egoic self, and that's the self that's been built up by all those outside forces. It's the part of you that's always looking for approval, that's forgotten its own power. It sees the world through a lens of fear and limitation. And so the entire point of understanding all these hidden forces, the whole reason we're talking about this, is so you can start the journey of reclaiming that heroic self. It's about peeling away all those layers of conditioning and getting back in touch with the brave, wise, and powerful person you've always been deep down. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this question. Just think back to those 5 forces. Your parents, your environment, your nation, your associations, and the media. Which one of those will you start with? Which force will you decide to consciously reclaim first to get your joy and your power back? The choice is all yours.